Hey guys, Jessica here. So my video camera or my webcam hasn't been working. That's why I haven't been able to do videos for you. So this is going to be a haul. I went to Barnes& & Noble yesterday. I got 3 things and I swapped for 1 thing this week. I also have reviews on 2 books, and both of those books I never showed you in a haul. So it's a haul and review video. So let me just start. First, the book that I got, let me take off the sticker. I swapped for this book. The cover is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if it's going to be really cheesy. I know she has other books, but this is called How I Found The Perfect Dress. And she does other books. I know she wrote Why I Let My Hair Grow Out, and there's some other ones. Not sure if I'm really going to enjoy it or not. It seems really cute. So this I just thought would be a really cute book to read. Isn't it really pretty? Okay, on to the things I got at Barnes & Noble. As you guys know, I usually don't buy books full price. The last few weeks, I've went twice now in 2 weeks, because when I went the first time with a friend, the 2 books that I wanted the most, they didn't even have. So yesterday I said, you know what, why don't you just go and get them? Okay, so I'm going to start off with the thing that I just randomly found. This is called the Death by Bikini Mysteries. This is Death by Bikini, Death by Latte, and Death by Denim. I've been wanting to read these for quite some time, and they're all in one huge little book. And they sound really cute. They're mysteries. So I got, and this is all 3 of them for $6.99, if you can see that. Focus camera. Anyways, $6.99 for all 3. So I thought that was a good deal. Alright, I was like, is my camera coming back? So I got that one. The next one I got was the 3rd volume of the Morganville Vampire series, which is Lord of Misrule and Carpe Corpus. I'm reading the 2nd bind-up. Finally. I'm more than halfway through the 1st book of the bind-up. The beginning of it, I stopped reading, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to read it, and I got back into it, and I really like it now. So that's kind of how Morganville Vampires has been for me. You just you gotta push on if you struggle with it a little bit. So I went and got the 3rd one because I said if I love the 2nd one, if I'm really starting to like it, I'm gonna want to read the 3rd one right away. So I think this takes us through 7 books in the series. I believe the first one was 3 books. Then the next one's 2 books, and this is another 2 books. So I got that, and the last thing I got, I'm so freaking happy, okay? Okay. I'm okay. This is the 3rd bind-up, the Sweet Bind-up by Kate Tiernan, including The Calling, Changeling, and Strife. Sorry. This copy is really banged up, but this is the only copy they had. So I had to suffer and get this one. Oh, it was only $8. I thought it was more, because I know when they rang up my total, I was like, why is it only this much? So cool. I didn't know it was only $8 instead of 10. So the series continues. Everyone that is my subscriber knows that I am absolutely obsessed with the Sweet series. I believe there's 15 books, so this takes us to the 9th book. There's still 6 books left, so I assume they're going to do 2 more bind-ups. How many books are in Morganville Vampires? 10? I think there should be at least 1 more bind-up for Morganville Vampire and 2 more for this one. And I love these so much that I saved the bind-ups. They're on my bookshelf. On the top shelf. But, excuse me, my allergies are really bothering me. Oh my god. I'm really excited. There's so many books that I have in my to-be-read pile, that I can't wait to read. I have the Kate Tiernan, the Balefire bind-up. I have the, Goddess of the Night. Is that what they're called? Bind-up 1 and 2. I have so much stuff to read. That's why I haven't been swapping very much, and if I swap for something that I want so badly, because I don't want to keep pushing these books that I really want to read to the back of my to-be-read pile, but it's about that time of the year when I start reading more. which a lot of people don't read as much in the summer. I read more in the summer because I notice lately that I need to be outside, or I have to be near, like I'll sit this way of my apartment is a dining room and then a kitchen and then a porch. So what I do is I'll open the door wall, and if it's too cold to sit outside, and I'll brew coffee and I'll sit there in my chair and I'll read, and I can see outside, I can see birds, I can see whatever. So I don't know what it is. And then lately we've had some hot days. It was 88 the one day, it was 72 the other day, and then it's 50 degrees again. But I've been sitting outside and just reading for hours, so that's how I really got back into Morgan the Vampires. So that's my rant, my rave, my rant, my update, my haul. Okay, so reviews. So I have 2 books that I'm going to review. Let me start first with this book. Now, this book doesn't have the cover. I swapped for it, and I couldn't complain because it's a brand new book. So this book is The Kardashian Confidential, and I got it on swap, and I got it in, and I read it almost right away. I don't usually read, how do I want to say this, celebrity fodder BS, but I was really interested to find out more about these girls because they're very business oriented, and I wanted to know where they came from. I wanted to know more than what we see on TV. I don't watch the show because I don't have cable. I don't know if I ever told you guys, I only have basic cable. What we see on talk shows, what we see in magazines, etc., etc. So I read the book, and I really am really floored at how well rounded they are. And I'm just really, really impressed with who they are. So, there's pictures, and there's just some really cool stuff in here. And they talk about, they talk about, of course, their life. Then their dad's divorce, their dad's death, being teenagers, living at home, escaping from Beverly Hills, like college, working, girl power. Then they talk about, hair and makeup and fashion, which I think is really superficial, and boys, and paparazzi, and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed the stuff about them, not the just BS that they feel like they have to put in the book so young kids will read it. Because this is really for a reading level of someone out of high school, okay? And it just says treating people with respect, not hating on girls. Really positive stuff that I'm glad they mentioned in this book because they can really inspire people. They really are in the limelight, and I'm really impressed by this. So if you're interested in reading stuff like that, definitely check out Kardashian Confidential. I don't have the dust cover, like I said, but that's it. And the next book that I want to review, I got in the mail, and I never showed you guys as well. It's Jane Green's Promises to Keep. This is one of her shorter books. If you guys know anything about Jane Green, I believe I've read everything by her. She's one adult fiction writer that I really enjoy. And Beach House is really phenomenal, which is her other most recent book. But I really love, all of them. It doesn't say. Anyways, this is her 12th novel, it says. This came out last year. I believe it was April or May, so it's only about a year old. Okay, if you know anything about Jane Green, is that she takes a handful of characters, she tells their story, and then she somehow makes them intertwine their lives, and it's really interesting. Once you're invested in the characters, and then you see how they're going to play a part in other characters, you get addicted to reading her books, and it's absolutely genius way of writing. This book floored me, okay? She also has a way of just totally knocking you on your butt, I almost said it, randomly, totally not expecting that something was going to happen. And this book ended up being very, very sad and upsetting, okay? It's about 2 sisters, and the one sister's best friend, another guy, a random guy, and then their families. And this book was dedicated to a friend of hers. Let me see. Where is it? Heidi. And this book, by the end of it, I really soared through it. I started it one night, read about 40 pages. The next day, I read the entire thing. Her books read really fast. It only takes you through, this probably took me less than 4 hours, probably like 3.5 hours to read. And I was so upset at the end of the book. And I think a lot of her books, but I think this one mostly, Promises to Keep, really made me evaluate my life. And once again, that's a very powerful tool that this writer, Jane Green, and many writers have, is that they leave us feeling like we knew this person that we were reading about. And this book, it really floors me. This book still gets me. It's making me tear up. Maybe because it kind of was really close to home for me. Excuse my little bags here. I slept 10.5 hours last night because I have not been feeling good. I've been completely exhausted from work, and I still have bags under my eyes. How is that possible? But 5 out of 5 book. I'm telling you, if you like reading story that's really going to make you think and really gets to the heart of what family is, really gets to the heart of what a strong, successful woman is. This story really makes you think about how it would be, how you influence the people around you, because I'm trying not to give it away. So, yeah, I can't really say much about it because it's really an emotional connection that I have to this book. So this is Jane Green, Promises Keep, 5 out of 5. Definitely check it out. That's my update /haul/reviews. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.